Hi and welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute to be honest. I posted my last video and really wanted to commit to recording more, and I was pregnant in that video. I'm still pregnant, and then just balancing being a mom to a toddler, being pregnant, working, running a business, putting out content, and trying to keep a household afloat. It's been a lot. So that's what I really wanted to talk about today. I wanted to talk about motherhood, being pregnant, being a wife, and all the things that us as women hold on our shoulders, kind of both the visible and the invisible load that we commit ourselves to. I truly didn't realize how hard it would be to be pregnant and to have a toddler. My son is now about two and a half years old, and he is at a stage where he is really testing boundaries, not listening, trying to do things on his own, and wanting certain things and protesting if something doesn't work out. So the patience for me that I need to have with him is just all-time high. And being pregnant is obviously exhausting on the body and the physical being. So balancing the capacity of staying patient mentally and balancing feeling good physically. So balancing staying patient mentally and balancing staying physically well, meaning resting when you can and just physically feeling well, but also you have a growing belly, so it's getting harder to do things. It's been really, really challenging. I never realized how hard it would be. I thought that, I didn't realize, I think, how much rest I probably got in my first pregnancy, and now with a toddler running around, it's a completely different ball game. Sorry, that was my phone. And I just wanted to say that it's normal, I guess. And just wanted to say that if you're a mom and you have one, or maybe you have 2 or 3 kids running around and you're pregnant, you're a hero. It's really hard. And I think women are put on this pedestal of perfection and balancing all these different things. And when it comes down to, it's rare that somebody or somewhere or a medium like this is holding space for us to know that you can't do it all, and juggling all these priorities is difficult. And sometimes you gotta put that down and take care of yourself. So for me, one of the things I was juggling was creating content on YouTube, and I had to put that down because I thought I was overcommitting myself as being a mother, as working, as running a team in my business, and running a household, being pregnant. So it's it was just too much. And I committed to content on Instagram, but I couldn't commit to both. I'm hoping some things will change obviously soon, and I can put out more content on YouTube. I think my goal was to put out 2 videos a week. Right now, that's just not doable for me. And I just have to accept that and be honest with myself, be honest with you guys, but I can commit to a video a week, 1 video a week going forward. So I just wanted to kind of set that expectation. And then I wanted to also kind of talk about pregnancy, this pregnancy specifically, kind of maybe compare it to my first. Guys, what you don't see is how many times I have yawned in this video. I've cut that out, but it's probably been 12 times already. But I wanted to say, pregnancy-wise, it's been a bit different than my first pregnancy. So I definitely feel more tired. I feel certain pain, like lower back, hip pain. What is this called? The sciatica pain earlier than I did with my first pregnancy, for sure. My habits are a little bit different. I think I was much more mindful with what I was eating. I don't want to say mindful. I was actually very strict with what I was eating my first pregnancy. This pregnancy, I am more mindful. Of course, still keeping away from all the processed things and industry oils like canola oil and things like that. But I am more flexible with what I eat. Like, I'll eat really good quality sushi and, not think twice about it. I'll drink raw milk. While with my first, I was just so scared that any little thing that I'm gonna eat is gonna set me off. I think in that sense with the eating, sorry guys, I just yawned and I'm with tears coming down, just keeping it real. I think with this pregnancy, that has made it, I guess, more enjoyable but more relaxing. I definitely feel tired but relaxed. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm not as worried, I guess, about certain things. I'm not like counting the days, the weeks as much because A, I'm busy, and B, I feel the baby. I know that, the baby's doing well. So it's just, I think, a better mindset in regards to that. I think what I'm really doing differently this time around is preparing for postpartum. With my first, I had everything prepared for the baby. I had the house prepared for the baby. I had the nursery prepared for the baby. I had all the bells and whistles for the baby. And I didn't really know how postpartum is going to be. And now that I know, it was very difficult for me. I definitely want to set up my postpartum experience, hopefully for a more positive experience this time. And I think it's truly so important. I wish I knew the things I know now, postpartum with my first, but you just don't, because you never go through it. Now I'm really mindful about who is going to hold space for me versus holding space for the baby, right? Because everybody literally wants to hold the baby. Everybody's like so excited about the baby, and of course, like, it's totally normal, and I'm so excited. And I need someone to hold that space for me. Like, now the conversations I'm having with my husband is like, I don't want to stress out about XYZ in the house. I need to make sure there is like meals prepared, like in the freezer for postpartum for me, and the mental support is there, and like to stay more patient with me and to offer more help to me, and just to basically say, hey, I took care of getting diapers, going to the grocery store. Hey, you want to stay in bed today? No problem. Like, I'll bring the baby to you and from you, it's just like that conversation I never had with my first pregnancy because I didn't know how hard it would be. Now I think my goal now is really to spend, I think, a week in bed after giving birth. I think it's like this, is it 7-7-7 method or 7-6-5 method, something like that. Maybe I'm butchering this, but it's like 7 days in bed, 7 days around the bed. Oh, sorry, 7 days in bed, 7 days on the bed, 7 days around the bed. Something like that, which I'm hoping to do. And I'm gonna take, more time off, and so is my husband, and just really like cherish that time, but also hold the space for nourishment for me. I know I was so stressed out, I was so anxious, I was probably depressed as well, and didn't really have support. I went to see a therapist, but a couple of months after, and I think I needed like kind of a holistic support, meaning like I needed to drink water, I needed to eat nutritious food, and I needed that food to be brought to me, and that water bottle to be brought to me, because once you're in it, you just don't even realize, and you don't even remember when you went to the bathroom if you did that day. So these are the kinds of conversations I'm having now, and if I could go back to my first postpartum experience, I would say to myself, like, this stuff for the baby you can buy overnight. The stuff that you need for postpartum, you need a little bit more prep on. So things like meals and like creating a postpartum cart, which I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll record a video for that. And just having like things accessible to you. That doesn't really happen as quickly as, Amazon Prime same delivery, and you need like pacifiers or something. So I think taking care of the mom, in this case me, is going to be, I don't want to say the priority, but it's going to be as much of a, priority as taking care of the baby, right? If I'm feeding the baby, somebody needs to be bringing me something to drink, and like making time for me to take a shower. So those are, I'm really, really focusing on postpartum and getting myself prepared for that versus, you know, what outfit is the baby coming home in. I know that sounds silly, but it's really true. So those are really kind of the updates that have been going on. I've been, yeah, I'm going into my third trimester in the next week or two, and I'm very excited. It's definitely getting harder. I feel like I'm very big. And I can't believe like I have another like 3 months or so, right? More or less. Carrying a baby, I'm like, I don't know how much bigger am I gonna get, but we'll make it. And yeah, I'm just excited. Just wanted to really share those thoughts and, you know, hold that space and validate, I think, a lot of moms or moms to be, that like it's okay. You know, you're juggling so many things, and like we're so afraid to let one of these balls drop from us, but sometimes you just have to put one down that, you know, isn't a glass ball. A glass ball maybe is like your toddler that that's your priority, can't let that one drop. But for me, it was dropping the ball of content on YouTube, because something else was more of a priority. As much as like I love doing this, I love coming on and sharing, and it's a creative outlet for me. Mental health and overall well-being comes first, so I had to create those boundaries and maybe create new boundaries and things like that for myself. So anyway, that's that. Hopefully we will see each other very soon. And if you're a mom or a mom to be, I hope you're doing well, and I hope you are caring for yourself, and maybe just write something in the comments that you're holding space for yourself or your mom friends for postpartum or during a pregnancy or something. I'd love to hear how you guys are approaching postpartum, if it's your first or second or third or fourth, whatever it may be. And yeah, let's just support each other, because it is quite hard in the everyday, in those moments when you feel alone or not seen or not validated. So I want this space to be a community for us to share. So I appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.